Okay, welcome back. So where were we last time? We were talking about character sum, how we made it universal, and now how digit character array will be modified. But for example, we need to tell, um, we need to alert the we basically need to define the sign of whatever the result's going to be after the arithmetic is done. So when we do positive plus positive, it's going to be a positive returning. And remember, I'm using an integer of positive 1 to represent positive number, of negative 1 to represent a negative number. That's what I'm doing there. I could have used a Boolean true or false. And this uh, compiler, I guess the compiler wouldn't understand that the only possibilities I'm ever going to have is 1, 1, negative 1, negative 1, negative 1, 1, and 1, negative 1. I'm never going to reach this point of the program ever. But as you can see, the program becomes unhappy because it thinks that I might get to that point. So just to make it happy for now, I guess the default's going to be returning a positive value. Alright, so let's see, let me think about what I'm going to discuss next in my program. Okay, after thinking for about a minute or so, I think we're ready to tackle negative plus negative. So what happens when negative plus negative? Well, negative 1 plus negative 1 is going to be equal to negative 2. And all numbers, no matter what you put in, will basically follow this pattern. And if you look at this pattern, this is the equivalent. Get rid of the negatives for a second. And really, when you look at it, it's basically 1 plus 1 equals 2. And all they're doing is sticking a negative at the end. So we can do the same thing with our program. So we can calculate the sum of these variables and simply return a negative 1, and that will satisfy that. So let's see, negative 456 plus negative 456. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to have negative 456 plus negative 456, and let's see the result. And the result is, oop, looks like I did something wrong somewhere, because that's not right. Let me see, let me pause and figure it out. Okay, it's about approximately 15 to 10 minutes later, and the timer kept running. I had to actually restart it, and I think I'm a minute into the video or so. And I've found the problem. I have to put in an annotation on the video I made this mistake on. Alright, so the idea is here, when we are working with the getString method, this getString method, when we request to see the string, alright, it's supposed to add a negative symbol into string character array. For whatever reason, I put it in sign of character array, and I actually got something very interesting when you look into the debug mode here. Got something completely off, where sign of character array, this variable, hope you can see it, you should be able to, sign of character array, when we assign it the value of, oh, it's not showing here, but when we assign it the value of the negative symbol in ASCII code is the number 44. So very interesting little problem there. So changing this line of code here, this line of code here to string character array should fix all of our problems, hopefully. Hopefully that's the only problem. So I gave you a little insight into debugging for a second. So let's try running this program again. So where were we? We were in calculate sum, and let me take out the breakpoint. Calculate sum, when they're both negative. So it should be -1, -1. So let's try it. And what do we get here? Oh, sorry, I have this debug mode on. Now we're still getting a wrong answer. Let me debug it some more and find the problem again. Okay, I found my second problem. So the digit character array sign wasn't working before, and I corrected it. And now I found the second problem, which is here, which is in the method set sign of outside character array. So in here, when it detects a plus or negative sign, it's supposed to replace the negative or plus sign with a 0 and change the outside character array to a 1 or a -1. If you can see here, the problem is we are not looking at outside character array. We are looking at digit character array for whatever reason. So let's change this code to the appropriate code. Alright, so Control-Shift-S. So hopefully now it will work properly. Hopefully it will recognize that digit character array is -1 and outside character array is negative. Well, is negative because we are coming in with a -456 and a -456. So let's run it, and I hope it gives me a -912. I feel so nice. It is awesome. I feel awesome now. Alright, so I got 4 minutes left, so we have this working. Wow. We can test any whatever large value we want. So I don't know. Let's do something crazy. Excellent. Well, we can't do negative positive yet, but we can at least do positive positive. Awesome, awesome. So great. Our program is running very successfully, taking whatever random number we stick in here, whatever random number we stick in here, and using elementary mathematics, we are having it spit a number back at us. So really cool. Alright, so I guess the next thing to tackle, unfortunately, and I shouldn't say unfortunately, I just find it to be a major pain in the ass, is doing the addition of one and a positive and a negative. And one can argue that, oh well, instead of doing a positive negative like that, when specifically when you especially look at this one, this could represent something such as like 10 minus 4 or something of that nature. Well, really 10 plus -4. Let me see if I could, yeah, -4 here. And because this is only going to happen when you're summing something, that you could change that into 10 minus 4. But I'd honestly, instead of just passing it to a subtraction method, I'd really rather just do all the complicated mathematics here and have the subtraction method refer to this summing method, and just changing the signs to the appropriate way. So this is the next piece we're going to tackle. So let me take a minute to think about how we're going to implement this. We're definitely going to have to implement a method other than calculate sum when both are same sign. We're going to have to implement something like along the lines of calculate when positive, negative, and integer, or I mean when digit value is larger. So other than being a ridiculously long named method, let me take a second to think about it. And in actuality, I'm seeing that this timer here, I had it synced, but at some point it looks like I've got it unsynced, and it's about to end once that number there reaches 600. So I'm gonna save this for another video.